Hi, welcome to 7 Facts. In today's episode, we're gonna talk about Iowa. As we move along the series, there are more and more videos about the other US states, so be sure to check out the entire playlist. Also, go on and have a look at my channel. You might find a video that you like. And with that said, let's get started. The state of Iowa is named after the Ioway people, a Native American tribe that once inhabited the area. But what Iowa really means has long been a subject of debate. Their name is said to come from Ayuhwa, meaning sleepy ones. But here's the thing, early European explorers often used the names of tribes from the terms other tribes gave them, not understanding that these differed from what the peoples actually called themselves. Thus, Ayuhwa is not an Ioway word but Dakotan, via the French term Ayuhwa. The Ioway called themselves the Bakoje. So Iowa is actually kind of a French name given to a people that didn't call themselves that. Iowa and Missouri almost went to war in the 1830s. Due to a surveying mistake, Iowa and Missouri were at each other's throats for a few years. One surveyor's boundary line was 6 kilometers further north on the east side than the west. Another official was sent to resurvey, but his line was uneven to the tune of 10 square kilometers. When a Missouri tax collector tried to cash in from citizens who lived in the disputed area, an Iowan sheriff arrested him. The governors of each state threatened each other with combat, with militias and volunteers called together at the border. Thankfully, before any shots were fired, the federal government stepped in and literally drew the line. You've no doubt heard the phrase, the greatest thing since sliced bread. Well, we have Iowa to thank for this lovely creature comfort. Apparently, Otto Frederick Roeder was tired of jamming hand-sliced pieces of bread into a toaster, so in 1912 he invented a device that could cut bread into slices of the same thickness. Unfortunately, disaster struck him as a fire broke out in his factory, destroying both his prototype and the blueprints. It took him several years to rebuild and refine his idea, and the end result was a machine that could slice and wrap bread. And since 1928, we all enjoy his handy invention. When it comes to civil rights, Iowa kept itself ahead of the pack. In 1851, married women were allowed property rights. 8 years later, the Iowa Supreme Court ruled that women shall be allowed to practice law. Iowan Arabella Mansfield was the first female lawyer in the US and in the world. One of the biggest wins for equal civil rights also happened in Iowa. Their Supreme Court ruled that separate but equal schools were unlawful all the way back in 1868, 85 years before the famous Brown vs. Board of Education of Topeka case decided the exact same thing on a federal level in 1954. Great job, Iowa! The capital and largest city of Iowa is Des Moines. What I bet you don't know about this city is that it's practically the insurance capital of the world. Des Moines is a major center for the US insurance industry and also has a sizable financial services and publishing business base. The city was credited as the #1 spot for US insurance companies and named the 3rd largest insurance capital of the world. Many big insurance companies have their headquarters here, while dozens of others have large operations in or near the metro area. Recently, Microsoft, Hewlett-Packard and even Facebook have also opened data processing and other facilities in Des Moines. In other words, even though you didn't know it, this is a city that has a major impact on the global finances. Did you know that the United States have their own version of the Nazca lines? They can be found in Iowa's Effigy Mounds. Large Native American sculptures of animals, humans and religious figures made out of piles of earth can be seen from above, dating back as far as 350 AD. The mounds were built by the peoples of the woodland culture and, needless to say, have been a huge undertaking for them. When the American Civil War started, Iowa had only been a state for 15 years. At the time, it had a population of just 600,000 people. Iowa sided with the North and sent over 76,000 people. It may not seem much, especially when compared to the total combatants that fought on the Union side, approximately 2.2 million people. However, Iowa had the largest percentage of its male population that went to war. Amazingly, Iowa even had a regiment called the Graybeards because the men were all considered elderly, including one octogenarian. That's an 80 years old person. And we're done. These were 7 facts about Iowa. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it and subscribe if you wish to see more videos like this one in the future. Also, let me know what you think, leave your comments downstairs. If you feel like it, you can support this channel even more by becoming a patron. Click on the icon appearing on the screen or find the link in the description. I hope to see you next time. Bye.